The former Prime Minister of the Central African Republic held a slim lead in a presidential election many voters hope will end years of violence between Muslims and Christians, according to initial results. The National Election Authority says Faustin Archange Touadera has more than 120,000 votes. Another former Prime Minister, Anicet Georges Dologuele, has just over 68,500 votes. Vote counting is still underway, and 30 candidates in total contested that election. The vote is seen as a milestone for stability and democracy in the country. It is widely expected that a second round of voting may take place. The tallies of other districts are still coming in. A vote for the National Assembly also took place, but there have been some irregularities, and some districts will have to do that vote again. Meanwhile, Christians in Bangui flocked into churches on Sunday in what many say was a way to give thanks after holding peaceful elections last week that they hope will end more than 3 years of violence. They are optimistic that peace will finally return to the country. Kofam Ranger reports now from the capital, Bangui.
It's the first Sunday of the new year, and the first Sunday since the people of the Central African Republic cast their votes. This is a special Sunday Mass at the main Catholic Church in Bangui. They are here to give thanks for the relative peace they have witnessed so far, even during the elections.
Par rapport à cette nouvelle année,
we thank God for protecting everyone in this country this new year. The events of the past few years have affected many people. That's why we are here to worship and give thanks.
l'événement de la fête que nous venons de vivre aujourd'hui.
Sectarian violence has plagued the city and the country for the past 3 years. Hundreds of people have lost their lives and thousands others driven from their homes. Last week's elections, however, have brought hope among the people here. The exercise was largely peaceful, and many here believe it signals the end of the rifts between the Christian and Muslim communities.
Définitive en République centrafricaine.
We have seen the willingness of the people to maintain peace through the elections. We did it without any incident. God bless us to choose a person who will run our country well and unite all the people.
As you can see, I was also running for a parliamentary seat in the past election but lost. There was no violence, and I hope through the elections the Central African Republic will get better than before.
The Electoral Commission says it will be announcing results as they come in. There's no indication, however, on when exactly a final result is expected, as many here wait anxiously. About 30 candidates were competing for the presidency. Early results announced Saturday, however, show Archange Touadera, a former prime minister, is on the lead. Kofam Ranger, CCTV, Bangui.
Well, we can now cross over to Kofam Ranger. He's in Bangui for us there. Kofa, what's the latest on the election results, and when exactly are we expecting the final election result?
Well, Beatrice, just like you mentioned there, results are still being announced step by step by the Electoral Commission here as of this morning. Other than the results that had been announced from the capital here, Bangui, the Electoral Commission also posted, results from about 3 other regions on social media. And as it stands, the former Prime Minister, Archange Touadera, is still on the lead. Of course, everyone here is just waiting and asking the same question: when exactly will final results be announced? It's a question that we've been asking the Electoral Commission here, and they say they will ensure that the exercise is carried out as fast as possible, because people are starting to lose patience here. They just want to know exactly who is going to lead their country. Of course, some of the candidates have already started expressing concern. We understand that about 26 of the candidates who are running for president are planning to form an alliance and petition the Electoral Commission, accusing, saying that there were some irregularities in the whole process.
Well, Kofa, Faustin Touadera there has a slim majority. He's at 120,000 votes from what we can tell. But so what more can you tell us, though, about Mr. Touadera?
Well, it's a very interesting question, Beatrice, because if you ask the people here, they will give you various reasons as to why they decided to vote particularly for Touadera. There are those who are voting for him because they genuinely like him and they want him to be president. But there are also those who are voting for him for various reasons. And in particular, they don't like the other candidates. For example, Anicet Dologuele, who is also a former prime minister, people say they would and they could not vote for him because he had the support of former President Francois Bozizé, who was trying to convince people here to vote for him. And they say Bozizé was president, he was kicked out of the presidency, and they wouldn't want to associate with him anymore. Another candidate, for example, Martin Zigele, he is a bit popular here if you talk to the people. However, they say they did not vote for him because they believe he was supporting the Seleka movement here. But as it is at the moment, it seems that many of the people have voted for Touadera.
All right, Kofa Mranji, we leave it there for the moment, but he's following the election there in the Central African Republic.